Hello, welcome to FountainFX on Wednesday the 15th of October 2014. I just want to share in this particular blog about what to do when things go wrong in terms of a planned trade. It's about how to minimize your risk, cut your losses and let your winners run, in other words. We are looking at the Euro US dollar on the 4-hour chart, and as you can see here in the middle of the screen, we had what proved to be a shoulder, then we had the head, then we had another shoulder, and we had a break of this line here, this level of resistance, and price pushed up to create a new high above a previous high here. So that therefore we had confirmation that the neckline of this reverse head and shoulders has been broken. We've got a trend line running up, price is moving, and price, as it broke this neckline, pulled back down to the neckline, and a spinning top was formed. So at that point I chose to place a buy order at the 126.85 on the Euro US dollar. Now we can see what price has happened and done since then, and what I did at the same time was the position size of my trade was based around the previous low, which is here, as price pulled back this shoulder. So my stop was down here at the 125.78, so almost 100 points gap. So because there was 100 points gap, then therefore I scaled my position size down quite considerably to allow for room for price to move and carry on up. As you can see, price didn't do that. It pushed almost all the way back down to my stop. Not all the way down to it. If we just look at the low here, the low was 126.05, so in that case then it fell. It went 80 points against me, turned and then rallied all the way up. So at this point I was quite happy, but we then saw that literally price pushed all the way up with strong momentum, and then literally we then started to see a bearish candlestick form off the previous resistance. So this resistance was being honored and price wasn't continuing to push up. So at that point, with this doji, that was where I looked to close my trade out for a very small profit, but basically close it out because it was just showing that actually there was no real upwards momentum. There's certainly at the moment there's a sideways momentum. We've got a range band between this high of the 127.70 and this low down here at the 126.30. So my anticipation was that this was going to be a reversal of this downtrend, and that therefore we were starting to see an uptrend, and instead we've gone into range bound. So it's a case of, when you look at what the market's doing, I could have actually closed out here with the first bearish engulfing candlestick that came through, because this could have continued all the way back down, taken out my stop and carried on this way. So there's no guarantees on anything. What happened was I basically wasn't trading at this point in time. I set my trade based on that evening and left it to run for the following day, and so when I came back and looked at the particular marketplace, this a very long bullish candlestick had formed, and that's why I closed off here, because it was, to me, it was clear that price wasn't continued to push up as I would expect it to. It very much honored this area of resistance, so hence closed out for a very small profit, not a huge amount. So we're looking at the 127.15. So basically we made 30 points on that trade over a period of a day and a half. So quite stressful sometimes to look at that, but the other thing is look just to keep your money in your account as much as possible. Don't necessarily allow price to come all the way back, a huge move against you. Certainly this is very much range bound, as you can see, so the opportunity here is to look to see if there's any strength coming in at this point and buy, but at the moment it looks like it's just trying to break through this low at the 126.30. It's currently at the 126.47. If it does break through this, then expect price to continue on down, so down to this lower level of the 125.25. So if we see a break of this low, this area of support, then we can expect price to get back down to this low of 125.25. And that's it from FountainFX. Happy trading. We will catch you tomorrow. Bye bye.